Now, this is something that I'm kind of adding after the fact, but I just kind of want to, add a little, it's a little bit of a rant, but, not really. I'm not going to call it that. But I guess I just did, I don't know, my 2 cents on, OC X canon ships and, self-insert characters. I don't really see this problem as much in the DC fandom, but I have seen this in other fandoms that I am in, so I just want to, talk about it, because I have, some strong opinions. Obviously, I'm not, anti-OCX canon, look at what I'm trying here, but I do think that there are situations where people can go too far. When people say they get uncomfortable with seeing canon characters get shipped with another OC or another character, I understand where these people are coming from. I'm going to mention the Batman 1966 show, because I used to exclusively watch that show because it was one where Dick wasn't often paired with another character, while a lot of modern Batman media has him paired with Barbara or Corey, and it used to make me uncomfy. I'm not proud that it used to make me feel like that, but I do understand it. But if you do feel like that, then just don't go interact with that content, and don't even tell the creator hey, stop shipping this character with their OC. Just don't interact with them, period. I've seen people get mad with other people shipping the canon character with their own OC, or God forbid, a canon character. You do not own the canon character. You can't dictate how other fan creators use canon characters. If you don't go looking for it, then if you don't go looking for it, then you're not going to find it. Even so, I bet there are people off the internet shipping themselves with a bunch of characters in their head. It's ultimately just something that you can't stop. Also, with self-insert characters, I don't know, there's not anything really profound I can say. All I can say is I am cringe, but I am free. Do I look as good as Carmen? No. Am I as cool as her? Most definitely not. I mentioned her being a party girl later. If I was a party girl, I would not have drawn this. Ultimately, this is all in good fun. Self-inserts, OCX canon, it's all in good fun. Let us all just have good fun in peace, please. Sorry, that was just a little rambly thingy I had to do prior to something I needed that was frustrating me a lot, so I had to get it off my chest. But now that I'm finished with that, back to your regularly scheduled yapping from me. Here's the regular intro playing now. Alright, hello, hi, I'm CoffBeanie. If you're seeing this, you might be here from my Instagram, Tumblr, or TikTok. If that's you, then thank you for watching. If you're just here from YouTube, then shameless plug, you should definitely go check out my other socials. Now, I'm here with a little bit of a longer video just because I have lots to say. I was just feeling really self-indulgent while drawing this. This is just some silly OCX canon content. And I was just I was just really feeling this piece so much that you get a very rare double feature, 2 drawings in one post kind of day. Also because, like I said, this is so self-indulgent, so you'll just be getting lots and lots of yapping from me. Now, as for who I'm drawing, obviously, if you couldn't tell from the references or from, the beginning, it's Dick Grayson, but I also want to explain a bit about who I'm drawing him with. My baby, Carmen Cortez, or Charade. Now, her character kind of spawned with that Lego DC supervillain game, the one where you get to make your own character. At first, I just made myself in, a ninja outfit, and I remember the idea being that, she was really loud, and she would not shut up, so she had to make this mask to physically stop herself from talking, so to communicate instead of just using, sign language, like any other normal person. She would use charades to just kind of express her ideas the best she could. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I thought I was, a genius and so clever when I first made that. And I can't really tell you how I got from that first character to Carmen as she currently is, but obviously her name is still Charade. I kept with the whole kind of vibe, and like she has like this mime vibe to her now, and her power is that she like mimes stuff out, but like whatever she acts out is physically there. So if she does like the I'm in a box, like there will actually be walls around her that you can bump into, and if she acts like she's getting something with a lasso, she can actually like get someone or like tie someone up. And kind of here in this drawing, like she can mime out weapons, so here she has her weapons. I don't know if I can say these things on YouTube, I'm new to this. Another thing is that she sustains, like not sustains, but she can basically use these powers like with food. So basically, like you can't see anything when she mimes stuff out, but there's still something there. And so she just kind of has to like eat a lot of food, and like she uses like the extra energy in herself to kind of like form her whatever she wants to make. Now, enough about her powers, more about them, because they're silly and I love them. So for context, I've been making self-insert OCs to ship with Dick Grayson since forever. Like when I was little, I was introduced to like DC and Batman through the 66 show, and when I was little I had a little self-insert for his character there. So just like with Charade, she is still a self-insert character, so I kind of ship her with whoever I want at the time. So her being with Dick isn't like certain. They're not really endgame in any version. I actually have an idea of who Carmen could ultimately end up with, but even so, like the hypothetical relationship I have planned out for them in my head is like they do have a history. They probably dated on and off at some point, but they first met when they were young during Dick's Robin years, because Carmen works with the Penguin, so whenever Penguin would fight with Batman, they would also meet up and also just fight on the side. So when they were younger, Carmen's feelings towards Dick were probably way more obsessive. I imagine that Dick, especially like he's young, he's Robin, he's a little bit more idealistic. He probably thought that maybe he could rehabilitate her in a way, kind of like Bruce, I swear I can fix her, just give me a second, I can do it. But obviously he doesn't. So when he realizes that he can't really sustain a relationship with her, he tried to break up with her, which very much upsets Carmen. I imagine that mainly being raised by Oswald definitely doesn't help, just because she's used to getting what she wants, since Oswald can like provide for her really well because he's rich, he has money. So when she wants to date him and Robin is like, yeah, no, sorry, I can't do it, she gets pissed. She's like, you can't do that, you can't say no to me, that's physically impossible. It's not. Obviously, though, Dick, I end up on good terms with all of my exes. Grayson, they end up on good terms, or like on the best of terms that they can be. When they're younger, I imagine that they kind of end up as friends, because she'll cause some trouble just to get his attention, just to be like, I got a new game, and I also have a lot of like leftover snacks, you just want to like come play and hang out. And also another off-topic thing, I remember when it comes to like galas, is that how you say that? Galas? I don't know how you say it. The parties with rich people. I think there are times when Oswald and Bruce end up at the same ones. So I imagine just like baby Carmen and baby Dick are there. And like she has no real interest in him, but he knows damn well who she is. And like, does he like her? No. Does he get a little peeved when she doesn't acknowledge him at all? Yeah, a little bit. On the inside, it hurts him. Now, they're cute little, like, being kind of fun besties. Yeah, we're enemies, but not really. This is just for fun. Obviously stops as they get older. Dick, obviously, he becomes, affiliated with the Titans. He becomes Nightwing. He moves to Bloodhaven, while Carmen is still in her charade role. And her, like, mindset towards her future has definitely changed. She becomes a little bit of, like, a party girl. She has a comfortable enough life with Oswald where she can do whatever she wants, and Oswald has enough connections where she can get away with like not having to face any consequences. But as Oswald gets older, there comes the question of like who's going to take over his empire, and in this case Carmen has been with him forever. Hypothetically, if anyone should know like the ins and outs of his operations, it's her. So while it's not exactly the future she wants, she knows that it's something she can't avoid and will eventually have to face. So while she's still a little bit wild, doing things like without really caring, she does become a little bit more menacing. When it comes to her powers, well, I imagine when she was little, her power, she does like the stereotypical mime things, like I mentioned, like the box or the lasso, anything with like a more Silver Age vibe. But as she gets older, she realizes what other things she can mime. Like she can mime like dangerous weapons, she can mime explosives, and then she just has an endless supply of them like at her fingertips. All she needs to do is just eat and keep them going. And it just kind of makes it easier for her to show how dangerous she can be, that she kind of can protect and take over Oswald's empire, and that she does have a little bit more substance to her than just like a party girl. Now, how does this affect her relationship with Dick? Well, I imagine that this like kind of transition of her trying to take her role more seriously, her maturing takes place like obviously while Dick is away in Bloodhaven. So when they first reunite, I imagine under some situation where he has to return to Gotham to help like with the rest of the Bat fam probably, they're both kind of shocked at how the other changed or like hasn't changed. Like physically they're different obviously, but Carmen just never assumed Dick would have grown out of the Robin role, and Dick assumed that she would have grown out of her charade role and would have stopped working alongside Oswald. But obviously neither of them lived up to the other's expectations. So whenever they fight, which is like rarely, Dick kind of tries to rehabilitate her again. He knows her, they were semi-friends when they were little, and he knows that she'd rather do anything other than take over Oswald's empire. He knows that's not what she wants, but she still kind of feels that pressure to do so. And she's a little bit jealous of Nightwing, that he was able to easily, well not really easily, but she views it as easily, create a life for himself outside of Batman's shadow, away from Batman, away from Gotham. But she's still under Oswald. She feels a little bit stagnant in life, so she does take out some of her frustrations out on him. I don't know. I don't want to take Carmen out of Gotham, but I also do like the idea of her being in like Nightwing's rogue gallery. I know he has one, it's just not as popular. I don't know, just like this little villain he could have in Gotham that's like waiting for him whenever he goes back. I don't know, just like as I was drawing this, I kind of like the idea of her almost being his like foil. Like there's this idea that all or like almost all of Batman's villains are kind of foils to like certain parts of his character. Like Oswald, he kind of like he's rich like Bruce, and while Bruce obviously comes like the Wayne money comes from like it's not it's not good obviously, like the past of the Wayne family is pretty corrupt. Bruce is presently trying to do better things with his money, whereas Oswald still kind of remains corrupt. So they're kind of like foils to each other in that way. And I like the idea that Carmen could also be a foil to Dick, and that her relationship with Oswald could kind of foil or like mirror Dick's relationship with Bruce. I don't know. Carmen, just because of she's my self-insert, she's whoever like I want her to be at the time. She's like her role is whatever like I want her to be. I ship her with whoever character I like at the moment. But I feel I kind of that idea was growing on me as I was drawing this. So yeah, I think that'd just be something cool for me to keep in mind as I continue to develop her. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you. As always, it is late at night. I should probably go to sleep soon, but I promise I will. I'm just gonna edit this a little bit and then just finish it off, and then I'll go to sleep. But I don't know. I was feeling, I don't know, I got some very good news. I'm not gonna say what it is because it's just like personal, but I got like good news. I remember while I was drawing this, I was extra motivated. I wanted to do something good. Like originally I was gonna draw them like late at night, like Nightwing was on a building and he was kind of bruised and it was raining and Carmen was miming like an umbrella to hand to him, and I don't know, it was like great when I first thought of it, but I was just not feeling with the piece. But I'm just a lot happier with how it ended up turning out in the end. So yeah, that's just it as always. thank you for watching. If anyone does watch this, I don't know. Low-key, I'm doing these for me. These get 0 views. But I like to just do these for myself because I like to talk a lot and I like to speak and I like to think that I'm being heard. So yes, thank you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I don't know, like, share, comment, tell me how your day was and how did you get into DC content. I talked about like the Batman 1966 show. I don't know. What introduced you to DC or Batman or whatever? I don't know. If anyone wants to do that in the comments. Anyways, once again, thank you for watching and goodbye. When I said I was ending the video, it was a lie actually, because it ended with a lot of like ugly, gross, like fast flashing moving images. It hurt my eyes. So instead of that, here are the 2 final pictures. I don't know, look at them. If you want to get a better look at them, if you want to look at them forever, you should go check them out on either my Instagram or my Tumblr. Thank you.